Today on Alley Picked, I'm hitting the spice cabinet to test 10 interesting culinary powders and liquids to see what they would look like if I used them to stain wood. Wood stain? Yes, wood stain. That guy sounds a lot like me. What do you want, folks? I'm a one-man show.
Alley Picked, yeah, that's my style. Making the broken worthwhile. Trash to treasure. Every mile.
Some wood species have amazing and vivid colors as they exist in nature, and Purple Heart is a perfect example of that. Now, nothing's been done to this wood after it was cut. Then there's other woods that look naturally good, but really pop after you apply a finish, like walnut. It's probably safe to say that most wood species look better after you apply a stain and/or a finish. And you can buy stain in hundreds of colors. You can mix them to create thousands of colors. But did you know that you can also create so many cool and interesting color stains by using spices and other things that you have in your home? Today, I'm going to be testing nutmeg, coffee and tea, paprika, cinnamon, cocoa, curry powder, turmeric, Cholula sauce, and beetle juice. Sorry, I meant beet juice. For the wood, I'm using birch plywood pieces. This is a very light wood with a little grain. It's going to be a great baseline to see the spice color effect. The method that I'm using is to take the powders, mix them with warm water, and create a pasty liquid, and then apply that to the wood. I know there's other things you can do, like adding vinegar or some other combination, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it simple and see what these spices would look like applied to the wood. I don't want to drag this out any longer than it needs to be, so I'm going to go through these rather quickly. This is beet juice poured directly out of a bag of beets from Costco. I may have been able to grind up some beets along with the juice to make a deeper purple color. This is Cholula hot sauce, directly out of the bottle. Orange is not a typical stain color, but this one isn't bad. Cinnamon mixed with warm water. This one is a little bit lighter than I expected. This is Hershey's cocoa powder. This one looks like a legitimate brown stain. I like it. This is cold brew coffee. It's concentrated coffee. It is surprising how light this comes out. I think next time I might try straight up wet coffee grounds. Curry powder. By the way, if you do buy spices, shop around to buy them in bulk rather than those small, overpriced containers you often find in supermarkets. A lot of these are coming out lighter than I expected, which makes me wonder how they'd come out if I mix them with vinegar, linseed oil, or even shellac. Paprika is a spice made from dried and ground peppers. This is very strong black tea. However, it looks really weak on the wood. Turmeric comes from the underground stem of a tropical plant, which is part of the ginger family. This is a very bold color. I really like it. Some of the colors may fade a little bit over time, so if you do try staining with spices, it's a good idea to seal the wood after it dries. I'm using a water-based polyurethane rather than an oil-based, which would have a bit of a yellow tint. Now that's pretty cool. I glued them all together and sorted them from the lightest to the darkest, from the bare wood, wood with a finish, all the way up. And my three favorites, I think, have to be the last three: the turmeric, the Cholula sauce, and the beet juice. Now I just hate to waste a good piece of wood like this.
Take the tea, take the coffee, stir it slow in the grain. Paprika on the maple, cinnamon in the rain. Cocoa dust on the pine board, tan lines come alive. Small jars on the counter make the old wood shine. Curry brings the gold tone, turmeric lights it up. Every little spill turns into something I can love. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain. Brush it on and watch it change. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain. Kitchen magic in the grain. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain, spice jar stain. Cholula makes it orange, soft like sunset glaze. Beet juice pulls it red there on a clean cut edge. I keep trying different mixes on a board, on a chair. Funny what a little powder can leave hanging there. Curry brings the gold tone, turmeric lights it up. Every little spill turns into something I can love. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain. Brush it on and watch it change. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain. Kitchen magic in the grain. Spice jar stain, spice jar stain, spice jar stain, spice jar stain.
Now I've got a nice little wall shelf to hang in my shop. I can even add some hooks to the bottom for jackets or even coffee mugs. As I was working on this video, I was already thinking about interesting stain ideas for a part 2. Now, if this is something that you enjoy, let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any suggestions or things that you'd like me to test, or perhaps things that you've already tried, put that in the comments as well. I'm Tom, this is Allie Picked, and why do I have a taste for Chinese food?